Let's talk to Behnam Ben Taleblu in Washington, D.C. He's a senior director of the Iran program at the Foundation for Defense Democracies, a neoconservative think tank with a focus on national security and foreign policy. Welcome to you. How do you view these talks and how they're going?
Great to be with you, Karen. And just a note, FDD is a nonprofit, nonpartisan think tank, not a neoconservative think tank. Good for you and your audience to know this.
Thank you.
How I see the talks going is very interesting because this is round two. And certainly when you have an Iranian foreign minister beaming, talking not just about the next political round, but first and foremost, the most important technical round coming, it means that there could be some real either changes to the Iranian nuclear program coming or a potential collapse in the U.S. position. Previously, you've had U.S. officials like Mike Waltz and even Pete Hegseth, that's the National Security Advisor and Secretary of Defense, talk about dismantlement. But if you have technical talks this early, it's likely not leading towards dismantlement. It's likely leading towards some kind of a phased reduction of highly enriched uranium on Iranian soil. Again, if past this prologue, it looks like it could be going in this direction.
What do you view either side as wanting most out of these talks?
Well, in the end, the Trump administration is seeking the Islamic Republic of Iran not to have a nuclear weapon. I think right now the Iranians are living more through the means than through the ends. There's a fundamental difference in the way that the Iranians are engaging now in 2025 versus in 2015, where the regime was not just interested in sanctions relief, but interested in presenting itself as a responsible nuclear stakeholder. One, I would say the regime is looking to potentially use diplomatic engagement with America to blunt or prevent an Israeli preemptive military strike. And you see that has already been somewhat successful because of the New York Times story reported earlier this week about Trump waving off a potentially preemptive Israeli military attack. Two, it's to slow the pace of the Trump administration's max pressure sanctions. Three, it's to delay or prevent the Europeans from being able to trigger snapback at the UN Security Council, which expires this October. And four, to also be able to get America into some kind of a diplomatic agreement that lessens sanctions and allows the regime to really limp along during the next 4 years of Donald Trump's maximum pressure campaign. So the U.S. is interested in the ends, and the Iranians in the short term are interested in the means.
There has been so much mistrust in recent years. What would it take for them to reach a deal at last?
You know, one need not take it from me. One can take it from the former Iranian foreign minister who was instrumental in getting the 2015 Iran nuclear deal known as the JCPOA, which the Trump administration left in 2018. And that's Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif, then Foreign Minister Zarif. And in 2017, he told an audience in English in New York City, I believe, that the JCPOA wasn't built on trust. And I think if the U.S. administration now takes the framework of needing to build trust or build confidence with the Iranians, they may get dragged into some kind of an agreement that could be potentially even worse than the deal which Trump left in 2018, which would be a major strategic and political setback for this Republican administration. So rather than build trust, the emphasis needs to be on verification. The emphasis needs to be on dismantlement. The emphasis needs to be on bringing the technical means towards the political ends. And if the political end is no nuclear weapons or no nuclear capacity, well, then it's about aligning those ways, means, and ends, and for the administration making sure that there are no alternative exit options, or the regime doesn't think it can be better off by engaging in nuclear escalation and obfuscation than negotiating in good faith.
Behnam Ben Taleblu joining us from Washington, Senior Director of FDD's Iran program. Thank you so much.